Hey, 803, it's Miss English, and we're going to play a rousing game of Team Tic-Tac-Toe with our worksheet today. So the objective of your investment team is to make a match, and you can make a match vertically, you can make a match horizontally, and there's really no crossword match that you can make. So any one of these columns, any one of these rows, and I'm going to give you a head start by doing the first block for you. You must show all work, and you must put the solution X, Y, and the solution point in these parentheses here. So let's start off with the first one. It's pretty easy. And my first equation is 8x minus 8y equals negative 16. And I know that y equals 9. So first thing I'm going to do, I could use substitution and just substitute my 9 in here, but I notice that 8 is common in each one of my terms here, so I am going to factor out an 8, and I'm left with x minus y equals negative 16. So far so good? Now, I would like to get rid of this 8 right here, so I'm going to divide both sides by 8. I'm going to divide this by 8. What I do to the left side, I must also do to the right side. 8 divided by 8 is equal to 1, and that cancels. So I have x minus y equals negative 16 divided by 8 is negative 2. So far, so good? Now that's a much simpler equation to work with. They gave me y equals 9, so I'm substituting y in here. So x minus 9 equals negative 2. Now to get rid of my 9, the opposite of subtraction is addition. So I'm going to add 9 to both sides. And I get x equals 2, negative 2 plus 9 is 7. So my point, x is 7, y is 9. And if I were to draw a picture of that, of course, x being equal to, this would be my point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So my point is right about here. So if I graph those two equations, and I suggest you do that, this would be my solution set. And again, you want to put the points x first, y second, 7, 9. And that's the correct answer for that first block. That's a head start. I will give you a second block, but it probably is not going to help too much, because it's in the third quadrant, but you need to look for it. So I have two equations. 2x plus 2y equals 12. Negative 2x plus 2y equals 4. Now, I don't have to do very much with this. Remember, I have 3 ways to solve things. The first is graphing. Definitely don't want to do graphing. That's too hard. Substitution, like I did on the other one. Don't want to do that either, because there's a lot of messy terms here. So that leaves me with what I hope works out, which is elimination. And I know if I line these up, I see that my coefficients here are the same. I'm going to draw a line. Now I'm going to add them, because if I add negative 2x to positive 2x, my x's will cancel. 2y plus 2y is 4y. 4 plus 12 is 16. To undo multiplication, I divide. Y is going to be equal to 4. Okay, so I found just one of my points. In order to find a solution, I need both points. So right over here on my scratch paper, I'm going to substitute that 4 in either one of the equations will do. So 2x plus 2 times 4 equals 12. And again, I just took the 4 and substituted in for y. 2x plus 8 equals 12. I'm going to get rid of my 8 by subtracting it on both sides. 2x equals 4, x, once again, equals 2. So in this particular case, y equals 4, x equals 2, and my point would be 2, comma 4. Okay, that's 2 squares out of your tic-tac-toe. You must complete the entire backside, but honestly, it's pretty easy. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 problems. Here, you're just going to write how many solutions. Remember, there is either, oops, there goes my camera. There is either one solution, no solutions. Right here, you only have a couple of choices. You have one solution where they intersect. You have no solutions where the lines are parallel, or you have many solutions if it is the same line. Okay, I will give you a hint on that first one, how you do is xy a solution. So they give me is xy a solution, and 3, negative 10. The equation is y equals negative 4x plus 2. So what I'm required to do is substitute in and see if this is actually a solution. So on my equation, x equals 3. So I'm taking the 3 and substituting it here. And if that's the case, then y will be equal to negative 10. So let me try that. Negative 10 equals negative 4 times 3 plus 2. So let's see. Negative 10. My question, is that true? Negative 12 plus 2 is actually equal to negative 10. So negative 10 equals negative 10. And yes, this is a solution. You couldn't see any of that. I apologize. So I worked my way through this problem, and I found that negative 4 times 3 is negative 12 plus 2 is negative 10. Negative 10 equals negative 10, and so indeed, this is a solution. 3 negative 10 would be if x is 3, y is negative 10, so it would be down here somewhere, and that would be a solution to those two equations. So the only thing that you need to answer for 3 on all 4 of those is either yes or no. But you must show your work to show why. The last 4, again, fairly straightforward. You must complete them as a team. You're going to determine if 2 parallel lines have a solution. You're going to determine if an intersecting line has a solution, and in this case, these appear to be the same line. On the last 2, you're going to just find the solution set, and we know that the solution to 2 linear equations is this particular point, the 2 points where they intersect. Good luck. There are prizes involved today. Do the best you can. Raise your hand if you need any help.